right, let's get started. So my name is Teresa Horn. I'm the founder of Sisterhood of Strong. And today we're going to be talking about choosing your leggings, or more importantly, I guess this is the question I used to want to always know. Do leggings make a big difference in your workout? And why in the world are people paying like $80 and $90 for leggings? Why is that a thing? And so we're going to talk about that today and reasons that you actually might want to consider spending $80, $90, $100 on a pair of leggings. I know for me, when I first started working out, that was like, why would I do that? Totally did not get it. And we're going to talk about some of the reasons that you actually might want to spend a little bit more money on your leggings. So again, my name is Teresa Horn. If you are joining me here live, please say live in the comments. I would appreciate it. I love to be able to interact. And then if you are catching the replay, say replay, and I'll come back through and answer any questions. So there are several things to consider when you're choosing your workout pants. I actually wore some joggers today. And I'm going to drop a lot of names today. I'm I'm actually an ambassador for Resilient Sportswear. So that's what I'm wearing. But I'm going to, this is not a sponsored post, and I'm going to drop a lot of names today. So that's just one. So these are actually joggers, and they're, I think, called, I'll have to look it up and post. Good morning, good afternoon, post the name of these pants, but they are so smooth and they feel so good, actually, like on my legs and then to the touch. And one of the things that you'll find is cotton and synthetic. You can get cotton leggings or a synthetic blend. And when you talk about synthetic blend, you need a wide variety of different things. I like a little spandex in my leggings. So that's the first thing you want to think about. For me, I would never want to work out in a cotton legging. And the reason is because I have thighs, right? I have thighs that when I move, they rub together. And the feel of cotton rubbing together, I don't like it, right? It feels, I don't know, it feels like you're creating friction. And that's like the last thing that I want in my workout, is to feel like I'm going to start a fire with my thighs. Real talk, y'all. Real talk. So I don't really like any cotton in my leggings. So that's one thing to think about cotton versus synthetic. Now, I know that I'm trying to think of, I think Pop Fit. I know Pop Fit is popular. I think they may have cotton in their leggings. If they don't have cotton in the leggings, I get that feeling in their leggings, though. I get that thick, staticky feeling when I'm wearing their leggings. So I will mention that. I know that some people really like Pop Fit, and they have really great prices, but I didn't like the feeling of them on my thighs. So let's talk about, since we're on the topic of thighs, let's talk about thighs, y'all. So my history, my weight loss and healthy journey, I started out 330 pounds. So when I was first started buying leggings, I was, about a size 26, and now I wear a 10. And so when I talk about like how leggings feel on your thighs, I want you to think about, like, I have felt them on my thighs when I was a size 24 and a size 26, and how they feel on my thighs right now. I'm telling you guys this, and I'm being specific with numbers and sizes because I feel like it makes a difference. I am 5'6". I weigh between 180, 185 pounds, and I wear a size 10. So that just kind of gives you an idea of how I'm proportioned. So I'm, even though I wear a size 10, I still have big thighs, and that affects the way that my pants fit, right? And I have a small waist. So I just want you to have that kind of perspective when I talk about leggings, right? So I've got thick thighs and a smaller waist, and let's talk about leggings some more. So cotton versus synthetic. Next is high rise versus low rise. I like a high rise legging because, to cover up a tummy, right? So some of us have a pooch, what we'll call a pooch, or some of us actually have an apron, or just, you're not 25 in gravity. So I like a high rise. This I think is actually, I don't think this is considered high. Yeah, maybe it is. So I think it's considered high rise if it comes above your belly button. Some of my favorite have a really high rise, like almost it feels like an empire waist. Ooh, yeah, I love that. Like I'm like feeling some kind of way when I get a real high rise that feels really good. So high rise versus low rise. A low rise is going to sit right on your belly button. For me, I always feel like I have to tug at those. Like I always feel like I have to pull them up. And that shouldn't be the case, right? They just sit there. So I don't really like that fit. But I know some people who do because they get hot on their waist there. So high rise versus low rise. Next, and this is interesting, I didn't really know this, there's two kinds of stretch in leggings. There's a 4-way stretch or a 2-way stretch. A 4-way stretch or a 2-way stretch. I prefer a 4-way stretch because a 2-way, it feels like it pulls around. I don't know where it actually pulls, but I feel like it pulls around here and up and down. In a 4-way stretch legging, it feels like the legging gets your leg. Okay, I don't even know, but it feels like it holds your whole leg in, right? So I prefer a 4-way stretch. Now, when I talk about these different options in leggings, you don't have all the options at all the price points, right? So I didn't even know there was a 4-way stretch until I started getting to higher price points with the leggings. So again, when we talk about our price point for leggings, that is what we're dealing with. We're starting to see more options as we put out more cash. Just like, if a car, you pay a lower price for a car that just has, y'all remember roll-up windows, right? But when you start to get more options, you start to get the automatic windows and the air conditioner, you start to have to pay more money. So that's kind of what I found has been with really all my fitness gear is you get more options when you pay a higher price. So if you don't need something more, then you don't have to pay for extra. But I am finding that the extra feels a lot better. All right, so next, 4-way stretch versus 2-way stretch. Went over that. So what is tight and what is too tight? What's too tight when it comes to a legging? Again, I talked about the fact that, I started buying leggings. I was size 24 or 26. I didn't really want leggings. I didn't want anything that was going to fit my leg and show the size of my leg. Real talk. I was like trying to hide. I didn't want to show, my size. So I wasn't really wanting to wear a legging. I wanted to wear something like sweatpants. All right. So when I started off, I was like sweatpants, baggy, that kind of thing. Now, the truth of it is, whether you show up in sweatpants or you show up in leggings, you are showing up the same. Your body is the same size. It's the same way. It's just in our minds that we're hiding. Okay. So a sweatpant is not going to give you the same kind of support that a legging is. A legging is designed, especially if you get one that is really designed for support, it's going to support your leg in a different way than sweatpants are. Also, when you work out in sweatpants, they are cotton. I guess you could probably get like different fabrics for sweatpants. But I'm thinking like, y'all know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about sweatpants. cotton sweatpants, jumpsuit, that cotton, when you move, is going to create friction and it just doesn't feel as good. It doesn't feel as smooth as when you're using a legging, when you're wearing a legging. So those are reasons that you might want to wear actual leggings. And then tight versus too tight. So you want your leggings to fit your leg. You don't want to have to be pulling them up. One sign that they're too big is that you're, gotta say the words, but the crotch is like down way too low, right? So if your crotch of your leggings is way down here, then they're too big. You probably need to size, is it size down? Size down. All right. Also, like if you can see the outline of your, if you can see the outline of your body, I'm just gonna leave it at that, then they're too tight. So there shouldn't be a whole anatomy, showing, right? You shouldn't be able to see your crotch when in your leggings. So if you can, they're too tight. And if your crotch is hanging down, then it's too low and they're too big. So tight versus too tight. Also, as far as tightness, if you can see through your leggings, if they're see-through, then they're either too tight or too small. Or actually, I know there are certain leggings that they're made to be able to be seen through. That's not what we're talking about today. So, you know, and I know the people that, you know, I'm not gonna say, I'm sure that I don't have tons of people who would want see-through leggings watching me right now. So you want your leggings to be opaque. So you're gonna need to test them, you know, try them on, test them, do a couple squats, see if you can see through the leggings. So they should be opaque and you shouldn't be able to see through them. Sometimes I've worn leggings so long that they started to be able to be see-through. But that's just because I had them for years and years. I had a pair of Old Navy leggings that were black with like little stars on them. I wore those until I could I love those leggings. But anyway, okay. So length. Leggings come in different lengths. They come in like a full legging. They come in 7/8, which is right above the ankle, and then there's a capri. I find that leggings are kind of hot. Like a full legging for me is kind of hot. Now I know it's not a lot of fabric, the 7/8 and the full legging, but for me, I don't know, having that breathable ankle there makes a difference for me. It feels like super hot and I don't know, even smothering in a full legging. If you're going to be outside, like people who run outside, I know a full legging they love. I've got a couple pair of full leggings, but they're not my favorite. The 7/8 is my favorite. That's what most of my leggings are. And then there's the capri. A capri is going to hit, like right at your calf. I do have them and I like them if you have thick calves, right? If you have thick calves, again, we're talking about thick ladies, thick thighs, thick calves. A capri often will hit right on your calf. And for me, some of them dig into my calf, right? So if just think about that. Some of them will dig into your calf. It depends on how they're cut. But a capri really gives you a lot of breathability. So, when you get hot, it lets your leg breathe a lot without having it to be a short, without it being shorts. So capris are a good option if you don't have really big calves. I do have bigger calves, so I have to be careful with capris because if they cut into your leg, right, that cuts off your circulation. And circulation is one of the benefits of wearing a legging compared to something else that doesn't really hug your legs. So full length, 7/8, or a capri. So we talked about some of the big things that I wanted to discuss. Other things to consider are like pockets. You know, do you want to have pockets in your, these have pockets. I know ladies, we love pockets. One thing that to consider is where the pocket, how far the pocket comes down and where it's going to hit on your leg. I tried on a pair of leggings before that had pockets, but the pocket came down to here and it made like a indentation in my thigh that I was not a fan of. Like it almost looked like a, I don't know, like a seam in my thigh. And I was like, yeah, I don't like the way that looks. So pockets are great. They just may, they affect the overall look of the legging and how it feels because of the seam. So let's talk about seams. When we have different decorations and different styles in our leggings, they create seams. So some of my favorite leggings are seamless. So there's no seams. If you, I don't know if you can see on these, there's like a seam going down. There are seams from the pockets. So that's going to create different like lines on your body. And depending on how tight the legging is, it might also create like a indentation on your leg. So there has been like, I've bought some leggings before that were like really cute and then had like mesh in parts of them. I bought this one pair, y'all, one time, and it was like crossed like right here, and it was mesh, and then the seam like cut into my leg, and it looked like a sausage. Like it made that, it made an indentation, and I had my leg looking like sausage, like, you know, with sausage bubbling up. It was not cute. It was not cute at all. So the seams of the legging is going to make a difference. Like you might be like, well, I don't care nothing about that. But just letting you know that that could be a factor. So look at where there are seams on the leggings, and that could affect how it feels. Can you imagine like if the legging had a seam here on your inner thighs, that probably wouldn't feel great when you were moving. So just things to think about: pockets, seams, any type of decorations like that. So now I'm going to talk about different leggings that I've liked at different price points. One of my favorite brand of leggings I actually found at Walmart, and that's Danskin. I liked their leggings. You know, when I started out, that's where I was buying leggings from. And, you know, I can't even remember price points, but it seems like I could like get some for under $20. I know that much, under $20. And everybody knows at Walmart at some point stuff is going to get marked down if it stays around long enough. So that's a good option. The next place that to look would, in my opinion, you guys, obviously, another place to look, JCPenney's has a nice variety of leggings. And so that's probably the next price point up when you can like shop a sale. 90 Degree, I found those at TJ Maxx sometimes, and they tend to have good leggings. So, and that's, I think that's probably about the next price point when you talk about $25 to $45 for leggings. Old Navy, Old Navy has been hit and miss. When I first, so this was probably what, like 6 to 8 years ago, I really used to like their leggings. I don't know, like now it's more hit and miss what I can find there. But Old Navy, I know a lot of people like their leggings, so I'm throwing it out there. Maybe you're one of the people who fall into that category where they can score some good leggings at Old Navy because they do have sales. Fabletics. I have to say that Fabletics sometimes will come out with a really great legging. And if you haven't bought from them before, you can get the deal on the 2 for $24. So if you haven't got Fabletics, done it before, and you do the two for $24, buy the power hold. Buy the power hold because you know you'll have all the options. Go with the power hold because that's the higher end legging, and it's going to have the most compression. And when you go back and like try to find that again, it's going to cost more. So I would definitely, if you haven't done it yet, do the 2 for $25, get the compression hold so you can feel a good quality legging at that level of compression. So I still have a pair of Fabletics leggings that I love, 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 love. They've since changed the style on them, but from 2016, and they still look good. So it's hard to find, for me, it's hard to find the perfect fit with Fabletics. So I don't even deal with them anymore because it was just too much. But they are a good legging. And if you figure out what size and what style you like, you could, that would be a nice place to consistently get leggings from. And they have sales. So I would always shop the sales. So then we go to the next, so that I think like 50 to up. Girl, GRRL. I love their leggings, and they do something a little different with their leggings. They don't go by sizes, they go by ladies. So you take your measurements, and then they have different sizes by the person. So for me, again, stepping back, I wear an Amanda or a Heather in the Girl brand. So you take your measurements, and then you see who you are closest to. And they also will show you like different pictures of Amanda and Heather, and you can see kind of how the clothes fit on their body. So it's a different spin, trying to take us away from our bodies as numbers. So I really love the brand. So I love the brand, and I think I have several pairs, but I had one pair that just didn't fit well, and I was tugging on them on a video, and they actually sent me a different pair. So they're a pretty amazing brand, doing things for women. So I also kind of like to support brands that support us. So I like the Girl brand a lot. The last brand that I want to throw out, I did say, again, I'm wearing Resilient Sportswear. They are about the same price point as Girl. You can get good sales on them. And I actually have a discount code I could share as well. And then Athleta. Athleta is probably my favorite. I'm basically weeding out leggings that I have to pull and tug at, and going to either Girl or Athleta for the majority of my leggings, I think. Well, actually not, I think, in the future. I still want to try Brick Built. I have not tried them yet. I do want to. I have a hard time getting the size and a color I want, because Brick Built, their price point is higher, which I don't have a problem trying them at a higher price point, but I want it to be something that I like. So usually when I go to buy, it's a color I don't like. So they go fast. So I haven't tried them yet. So those are my recommendations by kind of by price point, things that I've actually tried. I've had them on my body and I've worn them to work out in. I know there's many, many, many other choices, but I'm just, telling you things that I've tried that have worked for me, and things that I didn't really like. I even mentioned a couple that I didn't really like. One of the places that I don't really care for their leggings, their athletic wear, is Kohl's. Obviously, you can tell I'm a mom. So JCPenney's, Kohl's. Kohl's just was hard for me to find the right fit in their leggings, because their stuff tends to be short in a way that I don't know. It's just weird. They didn't fit well for me. So that's just things to think about. I know, and I have one client I can think of off the top of my head who loves Kohl's running gear. So, but she runs outside, which I don't run outside. So there you go with that. So I hope that's helpful. Tips to, think about when you're choosing your when you're choosing your leggings. And the thing, I was talking to a client this morning about this, and we were talking about undergarments. So that is probably where we're going to go next, because, it doesn't matter what kind of leggings you have on. if your underwear is jacked up. You're still gonna be tugging and pulling. So maybe we'll talk about that next. So thank you. So you guys, I didn't see any questions. Thanks for joining me. I wanted to share some information that was helpful, and we'll probably end up talking about undergarments next week. I know we need to talk about bras, but I think we might need to talk about underwear as well, which will be so fun. All right, you guys, again, my name is Teresa Horn. I'm the founder of Sisterhood of Strong, and you guys have a great Monday.